Hey guys, I hope y'all are doing good. So here's the part 2 of my construction project management and BIM from UK podcast. And this was an amazing conversation with one of my closest friend. His name is Teja. And if you haven't seen the part 1, I would request all of you to go and see the part 1 because a lot of things are there that are continuing from part 1, so you won't be able to reconnect or relate to whatever things that we are discussing right now. So go ahead, watch part 1. Here's the link for part 1, and without any delays, let's get started with the video. So anyways, we will drift to our history. Before we drift to our history or like start talking about that, just one thing, guys, if you think like it's okay to not enjoy with friends and not go out, not chill with them, and if you are in architecture college right now, don't think that. Like, do everything possible in your college, because this time that you are in the college will never come back and you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. So coming from my experience, his experience, we would say just enjoy the hell out of it. Focus on your studies, like don't drift apart from your studies, but enjoy and experience everything that comes to you. Be safe, but yeah, just do that. And anyways, jumping back to our topic, what is the master's fees over there?
So as of for the batch September 2022 to 2023, the fees of this particular degree was 19,650.
Okay, 19,650 pounds.
Yes, and this is including. Sorry, it's 16,950. My bad. Mixed up the numbers. The total fees is 16,950 pounds, and apart from that, the basic other things that they ask you to keep ready with is safety boots if you're looking to visit any construction sites during their open doors, and apart from that, few other things that you might have to pay for, like ID card holder and stuff like that. That's the basic things that you'll have to go with. That's the basic rundown of it.
Okay, and you also have taken a loan, right? Or like,
Yes.
okay.
That's an arduous process, man. I did take a loan, and I have been working on that ever since. I've been living on that practically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, what was the loan amount that you take, if you don't mind?
Yeah, perfectly fine. So the total loan amount that I had taken that was sanctioned to me was 36 lakhs.
Okay.
This was after considering currency-based inflations, then the living expenses and the overall tuition fee.
Oh.
And then apart from that, since I could not buy a laptop back in India, I had come here and bought a laptop. So that kind of increased the price, and the total sanction was around of 36. But since I did not cross that limit, I'm well under that as of now.
Okay, nice.
That's the rough situation.
That's
yeah.
good. Can you do part-time jobs over there? Like while
Yes, you can do part-time jobs while studying.
Okay.
There are 3 things that you must remember.
Okay.
While your term is going on, while your classes are on, so to speak, you can work only 20 hours a week.
Yeah. Same.
And while you're off the term, you can work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
However, after you're done completing your master's, you submitted your final project from, let's say, first week of August till your official final date, you are not supposed to work 40 hours during that time. Even though officially it's a holiday, you're not supposed to work.
Okay.
Or I would say, if it's not correct, I would say it's not encouraged. I would not encourage anybody to work 40 hours in the last 1 month of your course.
Okay.
Till your end official.
Okay. So it is something similar over here as well. Like you shouldn't be working like right after your course is over. Like you have to apply for work permit once you have received or like applied status of your work permit, then you can work. Like, but till you haven't applied for your work permit, you shouldn't be working more than 20 hours a week. And is there a scenario like where if you work on campus, like in college library, canteen, or any cafes in college on campus, So can you work more than 20 hours on campus? No.
I do not think there are any exceptions on that. You have to, like, the moment you get your BRP card, which is Biometric Residence Permit card, once you enter UK and you go to your university or college, the student center or the place where students are first initiated to, after your document checks and other things, they will hand you the BRP card. The moment you have your BRP card is the time when you can start working over there 20 hours a week on term time, 40 hours a week off the term time. And then once you're completed the course completely, after let's say your official final date, you can work full time on a temporary basis. So that is the rough fund of it.
Okay. And actually, this was supposed to be asked before. How did you apply? Like, did you go through an agency for application, or you just did it on your own?
I applied through an agency. I would like to shout out Neha Sheikh from SI UK. She is the one who has helped me in selecting universities as well, while helping me select a lot of them in the process. And through her, I've applied for my application for visa, and she has helped me on many terms on before I landed in.
How much does it cost? Like, how much do they charge?
Technically, counselors are not supposed to take money from you. Because
they get commission.
When they are enrolling someone to a certain university, they get their own remunerations from the university itself. So you're not involved in that process of paying counselors some fees.
Okay, so they shouldn't be charging you.
Yeah, ideally they should not be charging you, or at least that's what my experience has been for me.
Okay.
I've never been asked for paying the money. If anything, even if when I was applying for visa, I was told to do these steps. While using my own card under my own.
They are guiding you to do these things. Yes. Okay, understood.
Yeah, they guide us through the process. Simple and straight.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now getting into like more personal aspects of studying abroad. Like, I had my own issues over here and I have shared it in many of my videos. What were your issues? What did you face? The troubling issues, the good part. So like, just highlight some of the good parts and the bad parts like students will face over there.
All right. So this will be somewhat of a ranting of sorts, I would say. But I'll start with the good things first, obviously.
Okay.
You need to give the sweets before you give the bitter pill.
Okay.
So the good part about here is that the quality of life is considerably higher. But since you're going in and around universities or university cities, more likely than not, your life is not going to be as happening as you wish it should be. And you will be you will always be in and around positions where you'll have to go around, give job interviews and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The point is, when it comes to studying and enjoying your life here, you can do that in a whole nice level. You can hang out with friends, the dorms are friendly, the people are friendly too, and people are in general really helpful. I mean, since it's UK, people over here are very particular about punctuality and the way you talk to them and the way you conduct with them, like using please and thank you, having basic manners and courtesy, as they would say.
Politeness.
So this is something, politeness. That's the best way to put it. Politeness doesn't have to be anything, right? So that is a big necessity over here. Apart from that, the course itself is really fantastic. The mentors and the professors that we've had here are really great. The lifestyle is just as better, if not too lavish. It's really simple and straightforward, and that is the good part.
Okay. Okay, let's come to the real shit.
Sometimes what I've come to realize is that what makes it bad is people ourselves.
Okay.
Like the moment you come here, the least you expect is a sense of warmth, that you are being welcomed or you want to be included in some part of thing. Let's say you are entering in country for the first time. And everybody is just as confused as you are. But there are some kind souls who will help each other out as to how to enroll in universities, how to do this, how to do that. I cannot access this, I cannot access that. These basic conversations should happen irrespective of whatever your background is. Problem is, this is the same thing all over again, where you stay within a certain community. and you don't go outside that community at any point of time. Because of which, what happens is that, let's say you are someone who likes to talk to everyone. So even if you're paired in a group project with some other person, like I told you in one of the examples, where there is a groupism even among the groups that were made specifically for a project. So a certain state group will talk to themselves, and then they will one of the representatives from that group will talk to you, being the leader, or someone who is taking charge of the project, I would say. And that kind of groupism happens here, which is somewhat disheartening to see. I mean, since you are here,
is it like because of in between international students, or like between the local or the UK based students as well?
I would say the locals here are much more open to mingling with people. That is something, a very surprising aspect that I never expected of myself.
Okay.
I mean, to give you a fair background, this university was recommended to me by my own client to do MBA here. I'm like, I don't want to do MBA. And then he said, there are majority of Indians here. I'm like, that's fair. How many Indians will you say? Turns out there are a lot of Indians, like 90% of the crowd in Coventry University is Indians, right? At this point, now I'm thinking, since everybody is here, everybody will hang out with people of new mindset, new, their own personal experiences. What great stories will you build? Nothing. Everybody is stuck in their own groups with their own experiences and not moving out with other people. And this is something I've come to realize right now. You have to be either a polyglot or someone with insane extroversion skills to really talk to everyone and be on the same page with everyone to get things done. Sometimes this groupism gets to a level that it affects your academics as well, because of which in one of the subjects you end up scoring lower marks despite having a really high potential in the group.
Oh, and why is that? Like, what affects the most?
I mean, the thing is, when you're doing a group project, right, the expectation is that even if your skills are not on the same level, the least you could do is understand and then do it on your own. People, everybody have different agendas here, and everybody do things differently. Some people just like to take the assignment from the last year and stick it to the professor this year as if he will not understand at all, and stuff like that, you know. The thing is, these things happen over here as well, which is very sad to see. But what makes it even sadder is that these are adults that are doing this.
Actually, I totally agree with your point over here. Sometimes the group is something that can push you up, and sometimes the group is something that will bring you down to a level that you don't want to be. Like, I have
Bring you
been in
down,
that.
dig you. They will dig your scores under the grave.
Yeah, dude. Like, I have been there, like, where I literally took on like majority of the workload, and it was like a hell that time, because people sometimes don't understand that how important things are. They just be busy in their own part-time jobs and all those bullshit. And yeah, I do agree with this point, like, very well.
Honestly, I would like, here's the thing, right? I've slowly come to understand that whenever you're moving out of your own home and space, one of the most vital skills that you should have at any point of your life is endless optimism, endless drive, and then a lot of relentless need to grasp things and understand it. These are the three things that you require. Because once you have that, there are things that you can achieve if you put your brains into those right places. If the first thing you come here and the first thing you seek here is comfort of your own kith and kin, although that would be really encouraging for you, it will not prepare you for what the local culture is or the local working style is. This is where one of the major aspect comes in, that the reason I'm able to think that way is because I've worked in a warehouse, I've worked in a bunch of restaurants, and I ended up working in a restaurant, pub and bar as of now, where I've picked up more skills than I've picked up in India. I'll just be real with that. Mostly in hospitality, but I've picked up skills on those levels, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when I ended up doing that, I also ended up understanding how they work. The way they are very collaborative and open, you tend to understand that, oh, this is how they behave.
Their core culture and their core behavior, so that you can also deal with them very well. I get it.
Yeah, because once that's there in the picture, I don't think anything will be able to stop you. I believe that is what really makes the difference when you're coming here. The first thing is to not seek comfort. The moment you seek comfort, it's dead end over here. This is what I've seen over here. Yeah.
So, guys, you heard it. I have told this before. Like, do not seek comfort. Do not look for, like, okay, fine, I'm good here. And this, you have left your entire country behind, like all your friends, family, everything. So, just go out there, be out there. You have to struggle, you have to work hard, but this is the key to success. This will train you to be a better person, better human being, and train you professionally also to how to act when you are actually in a job, and how to last, how to be with people. And on the job side, as we spoke before, congratulations, you have
Thank
a
you.
job as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, like, I'm really happy that you have gotten a job. Like, you even haven't finished your course entirely, and you have a job in your field, right? So,
Yes, it
that's
is.
an
It is
amazing
related to
thing.
my field. Yes.
Yeah, that is amazing. And my question is that only, like, does the university help you to get a job? And what is the job application process? Is it easy to get a job over there? Because here in Canada, it's a bit of a struggle in the beginning. But what about in UK?
When you are removed from your land to another land, getting anything is hard. It is a fact of life. We can't whine about it. We can't really worry about it. We can't let that rule our head. That's the bigger part of here, which is where I said, stop seeking comfort. It is much more better if you're driven and stressed and you have a job in hand rather than driven and stressed and also not have a job in hand. That is much better, isn't it? So, if you talk about the job market here, there is a job requirement for all kinds of stuff, for everything, as long as you know what you're aiming for. That's the simple funda. And as far as applying the job goes, what matters is that whenever you're presenting yourself as a prospective employee, think of it like a Shark Tank or a Dragon's Den business pitch, based on who watches what. So, to put it this way, let's say you are someone who is heavily into sustainability, an architect, who also knows sustainability tools, but also knows BIM a lot. Or I would say at least on an intermediate level, but not that great. You can apply to at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. Let's say an architectural technician, you could go to BIM modeler, you can go to sustainability contractor of some sorts. And then you have net zero project manager, if you like it that way. I mean, if you were to consider an example of someone who is doing the same course as me, then your skills and your horizons are much more widened while having your own skill sets on hand. So based on all these job profiles, you will have to tailor your particular CV for that company, for that job profile, and you should make sure that it fits you as well in the process. That is the main factor. Those are the main factors when you're applying to job. And then when you're making the CV, there is one thing over here called ATS, Automated Transcript System. Basically, what it does is, if your CV has those particular keywords, it will scan, and then if it fits your view, you will be able, the system will be able to pass your CV to the higher ups among the scores of CV that they will get. Because let's be real, major corporations who earn in billions or in 10 billions or something, they're not going to have people sit down and read each and every CV. So however good you are, it doesn't matter. You have to pass through that ATS. That's like the most unbiased system, so to speak.
Like custom CVs, like I have made a video also on this, like how to prepare your CVs and things. So I usually tell people, like, have a CV very editable, in a very editable format, and customize your CV based on the job that you are applying to. Like, add some skills, remove some skills, add some keywords in your like description of your work that you have done previously. So that's how you channelize your jobs and everything, like, like, you will look like you have applied for this specific job. They will also know that, okay, fine, this might be a right candidate for us. My next question is, like, does the university help you to apply for these jobs, or like is there any kind of assistance from these universities?
So for this, each and every university, but including our own university, has this thing called talent team. For almost each and every department, you have a talent team.
Okay.
So for engineering, computing, and electrical frame, they have a talent team where they specifically guide to as to how you should do your CVs for each and every company. And even if I were to leave the talent team behind, university, as long as you're a student in university, you have a host lot of things available to you at your disposal because you're a student. So if you want to research about a company, you can go through EBSCO host and try to understand how the company works, what is their working method, what are their strengths, weakness, a SWOT analysis of the business. Then you can do a personal analysis of the business if you like. Once you get into it, you learn things. And then how to read the company's financials, if they're doing well, if they're not doing well, what are the reasons they're doing well. When you research the entire company, you understand that this is what they want to do.
Okay.
Like that, they will tell you as to how you should understand a company, how you should understand the job role that you're applying for, how to make sure that you should tailor your CV according to it. Basically, your CV is a journey of the education you had till the professional you've become. So
Okay.
it has to reflect that, and it should fit their needs as well.
Okay, understood.
It's like they have a need and you should fulfill it.
Yeah.
Once those two things come together, it makes a really great union.
Okay.
It is as simple as that. So we have a lot of facilities available. We also have the library. We have open source hosts for accessing all kinds of documents, for understanding anything and everything about companies. If you want to develop your own skills, if you want to practice psychometric or situational judgment tests or aptitude tests or verbal tests, stuff like that. If you want to practice your interviews, there are many such things that are available from the university's ends itself, as long as you have a student ID. If you want to improve your CV, you also have a lot of websites that will help you get a free ID as long as you log in through your student ID, and then you can start working on your CVs. And it will score and rate you, and you will change the results as per
Any suggestions? Do you have any sites in mind?
We do currently have something called CV Career Set.
Okay.
That is the most helpful one. It has helped me target a lot of CVs.
Okay.
And this is something that has helped me in acing the one interview that I've got, and I've successfully gotten an offer from, I would say.
Awesome. Awesome.
It is. I mean, it is basically your universities are very well prepared and geared to teach you what you should go ahead and do. This is what the other meaning of exploration is when you land here. You have to explore each and every aspect. They have their own inbuilt app called Handshake, which is like a college LinkedIn, basically, which is a bit more centered around the students. So majority companies have the job postings over there. This is a US-based app, but it's in UK, especially for Coventry University. So we applied through that. Apart from that, we have Grad Cracker as well, which is the most common one, as we know.
Okay.
So many such facilities available for us, as long as you're choosing to explore and fully understand how this market works. This is mostly for the full-time jobs, but on a great level, this is applicable for part-time jobs as well.
Okay. That's really nice. Like, guys, if you are looking for a master's or something, like, you have to focus on whatever things that he is saying right now, because he comes from experience. He has a job which proves that the experience matters, and what he's saying, that also matters. So keep your focus on that. Don't get distracted when you land in UK. There will be a lot of distractions and all those things. And to sum it up, Teja, what would be your 3 tips for international students who are planning for UK? Might be any university. What would be the 3 tips that you would give to them?
Oh, wow. Summing it down in 3 tips is rather hard, don't you think? I mean, you have to pick up a lot of things for just living here, trying to understand things. But I would say one of the best tips that I can give is keep your eyes, ears, and head open.
Yeah.
Because once you absorb things over here, the life will be much more bearable. You have to keep your optimism and drive high. That is the most important aspect over here.
Right.
But at the same time, the second one, you have to be very realistic, because this is something that I would be very open to share, that this is, in the best or worst way, a gamble. It is fine that you may not be able to afford it. It is fine that you may be able to afford it, but you have to weigh your options carefully. Have a really straightforward plan when you're planning to study abroad. And you have to weigh your options very carefully as to what you want to do over there.
Agreed.
So you have to take your financials, your mental state, your career graph, everything in mind while you are making a decision to study abroad anywhere, let alone in UK.
Yeah.
You have to understand why you're doing it before you make that step of doing something about it.
Yeah.
And then the third tip is that try to live as per the customs of the locals here, because once that happens, you also tend to understand how you can apply for jobs over here, part-time or full-time, how they communicate with each other, what is expected of you, how do you put yourself up to that standards.
Yeah.
Think of it like you are being a prospective service provider rather than an employee in a company, because you are working for the greater good that is beyond you and the company.
Yeah. Understood.
Those are the best tips that I can go for. Keep your mind open. Assess carefully every move that you're making, and then be very straightforward and driven in your process. That's as simple as it could be.
Okay.
It's the best way to go about it.
That sounds about right. Guys, I hope this video was helpful for you all. I hope that you learned a lot of stuff from this, and I hope this helps you. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit a like and support my channel. He is here, like it takes a lot of effort for someone to take some time out. It takes a lot of effort for someone to approach everyone, but obviously he's my friend, so that is the most easiest approach that I had. But all I ask from you is to support my channel, hit a like, subscribe, and share this video to the person who you think that this video might be helpful, or who is thinking of going to do masters in UK. So go ahead, hit a like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching this entire video. Thank you, Teja. Thank you so much for coming on to this show. Very small channel, but someday if our subscribers subscribe and share, someday we will be big as well.
Please subscribe to Saran. She has been quite helpful in sourcing his content, trying to put it out for people, because let's be real, life is real. You are real. You've got to deal it with reality. So just be very happy with what you do. Make yourselves happy. That's all it is. Subscribe to his channel, guys. Subscribe.
Thank you so much, Teja.